think they're fixing up the old dormitories. That would be cool if it would become nice housing or like a hotel. And I think there might be shops. Top view of the Roundhouse. The entrance to the Roundhouse is over there. Not going in today. There's another picture. The Roundhouse. Hello. And over in those alleys, I should show you that. See what's in here. I can't see. So if you go down this alley, there's all these old structures, but they put pictures on the outside of the walls. So like that is a picture of inside. That's an old, like, whenever you see the wooden buildings here, they're like Japanese era buildings. So it's just, they're just fencing them off, not trying to preserve them, but they're preserving them visually, which is great. Some of them are not too much to look at. But some of them are cool. I don't know. There's a thing about the patina. Now, this one's in bad shape. I'm just kind of stretching my arm over top. Now I know there's a dog down there, so I don't want to go that close. That's an old tree. Guy's cutting down some limbs. Look at that. What's that all about? There's a unicorn. The government bought all these up, so there were people living here. So maybe that couple lived in there and perhaps compensated them. I don't know. Look at that. Touching. Here's the address. Look how this banyan just like split through this wall. There's a viewing platform. I don't know if you can see them. There's a train. See the people? Tiny park. Election time. I found another guitar shop. I may be back. almost bought this, but it's only 5 centimeters high. That's not much of a pillow. It's really light though. I'm gonna keep searching. Those sleeping mats don't come with inflatable heads, pillows. Now I'm just following the crowd. Nantian-gong. Hope there's a way out from the bottom. Oh, won't focus. On a trash can from my goo wrapper. Okay, there's a way out.爸爸的新鞋子。
这个哦，这要穿几日才有法度。
Skechers.
你若要去佚佗。
Welcome back to Runner's Garden.
Yeah.
Today will be a race report. I had planned to do New Balance, but we're going to save that for next week.
Yeah, because I haven't run in them enough to talk about them with a lot of experience or authoritatively. Can't speak to how those shoes are, but
The original plan was to run in these, but you decided not to.
Yes, I decided to go with my Hoka's Clifton 8s, and I regret it.
Oh no.
Because they were rubbing against my feet. I got 2 big blisters.
Oh no.
On the big toes facing the shoe. So
You say Clifton?
yeah, the Clifton 8s.
Same thing happened to me, but not the 8s. Yeah.
Okay.
My marathon in the States, I wore the Injinji socks, and I took off, maybe you remember that, I took off the Cliftons for the last kilometer.
You had some serious
and ran barefoot to cross the finish line. Yeah, but that's me.
Luckily, I didn't have to take off my shoes, but I was running with blisters for probably the last 25K.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
pain.
so I really do think I should have gone out and worn my New Balance 1080s version 12. So that's a review we can do next week.
All right, I'm into it. And so I should switch this shirt. I'll keep this shirt for next week.
I have a little present for you, and it's the, I haven't worn it yet. I put it on and I realized it's like 2 sizes too small.
It's a large, so you must be an XXL in Taiwan.
Yes. So the problem with ordering shirts from race websites is that, you know, if you order an L, sometimes they come in a little bit big for me. And so I've been doing that. I've been ordering L's, but I realize now that it's probably better for me to order XL.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, this is a nice shirt.
That's a really nice shirt. Wow, I appreciate it.
I gift it to you.
Thank
because
you.
if I don't give it to you, it will be wasted.
I'm going to disrobe. Oh, shoulder. That's another thing we could talk about is shoulder impingement.
Frozen shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a frozen shoulder in my right.
I love it.
It looks great. Looks good on you.
Thanks.
Yeah. I had a frozen shoulder last year. I don't know if you remember that.
I remember that. You couldn't play tennis forever.
I couldn't play tennis. I was pretty much unable to do much with my arms for about 3 months or 4 months. Yeah, and I went to physical therapy.
You're right. Same
my
thing
right
with me.
shoulder. It's my right shoulder.
Now, show me specifically where the pain would hit. Like when you raise, which way?
It would happen right around here.
Mine is, it's weird. If I straighten my arm, it's a little bit better. But if I bend my arm and then I hit, like right there, I can definitely feel pain.
Oh, okay.
Right here.
For me, it was from here down to here.
Oh wow! It extended all the way down.
Yeah.
Not even do a pull-up.
Wow.
I can hang a little bit, but with pain. They tell you you're supposed to hang but I need to like have my feet grounded. Yeah. What did you do for your?
I went to physical
Frozen
therapy
shoulder.
twice a week, and I would have the therapist work on my shoulder, on mobility, stretching. It hurt like hell.
So she or he
He,
specifically manipulated it
Yeah,
in
yeah,
different
yeah.
directions.
And I also took acupuncture for my shoulder, and nothing seemed to work. Actually, it wasn't getting any better, and I finally went back to the doctor after 3 months, I think, and he gave me a shot.
Cortisone.
Yes, and that night, I felt the difference,
Wow.
and it's never been as serious as before. It
Wow.
recovered. Yeah,
It recovered.
Yes.
Wow. Because I would think sometimes that is just masking a problem.
Well, sometimes I heard, for example, in the US, I heard that the doctors would use the cortisone first before physical therapy. My brother had the same problem, and he got.
Just allow you to live pain free.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to take too many of those shots.
Yeah.
So if you take one and it doesn't work, I don't think the therapist or the doctor would give you another one right away. He'd probably wait a few more months. So I should say kudos to that doctor, because he pushed me to go to physical therapy before he gave me the shot. And perhaps that was the reason why my shoulder recovered quickly, because I was doing all those physical therapy sessions.
Yeah.
And I was getting acupuncture.
Do you remember any other exercises that they gave you to do?
Okay, there's the finger walking one.
Yes. So
Okay.
On a wall.
Yeah. And you walk up. Yeah.
Walk up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I learned that with my stepfather. He had a similar problem with when he was in the hospital after he broke his
Right.
back. He also had a shoulder problem, which just developed somehow when he was in rehab. He got a second problem.
And by the way, that exact same point applies to the heads
There
of
you
the
go.
government as well.
Also, he had stir the pot
Okay.
to warm up both
yeah,
directions.
yeah.
Did you do that?
No, I didn't do that one.
And he did table. He had a rag and cleaned the table,
Oh, okay.
clean the railing, the banister,
Okay.
because you have a slidey
This
rag.
This
Yeah, this
activity,
action.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What else?
I did some hanging. I did a little bit of hanging.
Full weight hanging, or did you have your feet
Uh,
grounded?
Usually my feet were grounded, but
Okay.
I wouldn't hold for a long time. Maybe just 5 seconds or 10 seconds.
Yeah. Bob and Brad on the internet. Do you know the most famous physical therapist on the
I've
internet?
heard of them.
Yeah, they rave at this. They
Hanging?
reviewed a book,
Oh.
a whole book from an orthopedic surgeon about
Okay.
how good hanging is.
For every
shoulder
condition, or
impingements. Well, 90% of shoulder problems are
Right,
shoulder
right.
impingements. That's what they
Okay.
call. I'll
Yeah.
define that here.
okay,
Yeah,
right.
but they swear by this hanging. Yeah. Did you do
Yeah.
that every day or?
No, not every day. I did physical therapy twice a week, and I probably did the other exercises, 3 or 4 times a week. Yeah.
Did they do the red light first before physical therapy? Because for my back and for other problems, they always try to warm it up first with a heating pad.
Oh yeah, they did. Well, it depended how busy the therapist was. So on some mornings they would be really busy, but they told me that afternoons are less busy. But for me, I always went in the mornings, and it took about an hour from warming up. I also did some stretches for my back, and then when I finished, he would do the physical therapy. So about an hour.
And it's quite cheap in Taiwan, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
You pay. What did you pay for? Like 10 sessions?
Yes,
Or a
I
card.
think you pay once up front, and then they give you, I think it's 6 sessions.
So there's like they stamp it or they punch card or
Yes,
something.
yes,
Oh,
they-
6 sessions.
6
Okay.
sessions in 2 or 3 weeks, I think it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So then what?
First, I would see the doctor, because after every 2 weeks, I think, or 3 weeks, you have to see the doctor again and
Okay.
get another card.
Okay.
So the doctor will say, well, how's it going? And okay, it's not getting much better, so I think I better go back and do another round.
Okay.
So he would give me another card, and I would, go through the whole routine again. I went in there, and they would give me this a towel with a heating pad, and they would wrap the towel around the heating pad, and they would put it on my back.
Your back?
On my back, because I have back problems too.
We have the same problems too.
Okay, so I would sit on a chair, or I would use a machine that was pulling. You know that bed that you use?
Oh yeah, I've done that too.
Yeah.
The traction.
Yeah,
I did traction before.
I would wait for the physical therapist. I had a guy. There were 2 or 3 women, and I got a guy because I think, maybe he could speak English, and he was also the head of the department in that hospital for physical therapists. Yeah. But anyway, so after I did the physical therapy, I went across the hall, Hanming Hospital, the new Christian hospital. They have the physical therapy room and the Chinese medical rooms side to side, basically. Yeah.
And people in Taiwan do that. They go Western medicine, Chinese, Western, Chinese. They do both at the same time.
Yeah,
for a lot of
very typical. But I wasn't taking any medicine for my back. I was just doing the acupuncture, and I didn't take any Chinese herbal medicine either. Okay. Just the acupuncture.
How many needles did they put in?
Wow. It varied depending on what he thought I needed at that day, on that day. So usually at least five needles.
Approximately where were the needles?
Up and down the arm.
Oh, all the way up and down?
Yeah. Here, they put some in my fingers, some in my neck.
I've had it done once here, but did it hurt?
Sometimes. Yeah, sometimes I got the electric shock. I don't particularly like it.
Oh, it like hits a nerve or something?
Yes.
Okay. But did it give you relief?
I think everything helped a little bit, but it was actually that cortisone shot that brought it over to a place where I could bear the pain.
Yeah. I mean, we played tennis like a month ago.
Yeah.
I mean,
I had no
you're back and you haven't had any problems since.
Nope. Well, I do still have a little bit of soreness, sometimes.
It's not so bad that you can't kick my butt in ping pong.
No.
You got me 3-1 today.
I mean, when I had the frozen shoulder, I couldn't lift my arm up like this. I couldn't. Yeah. I was like here. So now it's both shoulders are okay. Wow. When I bend it like this, I also have some tightness in the arm.
Just tightness, not pain.
Not pain. Tightness.
Yeah. We talked shoulder impingements.
Yeah.
Let's get back to your marathon, man.
Yeah.
So, did you think you fully trained for this marathon?
No, I wasn't. I only had about 10 or 11 weeks to prepare. I was lazy in the summer. I didn't do much running. So I think I started in late August to start preparing for a end of October marathon. So I think I had about 11 weeks, and I built up slowly, very slowly, to about 50 kilometers. I had one long run of 28K and 3 or 4 21Ks. So I knew I could finish, but I didn't think I would finish very fast.
Well, especially with 1,000 meters of vert.
Well, I think, you're looking at my Strava report, but I think it's a little bit, my watch may be mistaken, because I looked at all the other guys who I ran with. I went with 3 of my friends, Hack Strong group. And their watches all measured around 700 to 800 meters.
Okay, that's still pretty good elevation. You were climbing a lot of switchbacks. Because I ran the race before. I didn't do the full marathon, but
there are a couple of hills in that first 25K. But the real killer is in the marathon. So if you're just doing the 29K, you miss the killer hill, because
I don't mind.
Road that splits off from the lake and it goes down.
Yeah, I saw that on the Strava map.
Right. So it's about 6.5 kilometers down.
Oh, okay. And whatever goes down has to come
up.
Right.
Whatever goes down comes up. So you're actually running towards the town of Shuili, which is at the bottom of that hill. I was just 2 or 3 kilometers from Shuili.
Wow.
And so you do a little loop, you just turn around. So we ran around the lake, and then we went down that hill and back up. And then we finished the last 3 or 4K back to the starting line.
How was the temperature?
Warm. It was 26 to 28 degrees.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit breezy, sunny. It was a little bit warm.
Dave Ray got 4th overall.
Daniel.
Oh, Daniel Ray. Sorry, Dan Ray.
Okay. Daniel Ray. I think he likes to go by Daniel. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
I have another friend named Dave Ray. That's why
Okay.
Yeah, so it's Daniel Ray. Okay.
Daniel Ray is from Taipei. He's a pretty good runner, and he finished in 3 hours and 7 minutes. He got 4th place.
Wow.
He podiumed.
That is great for that, with that elevation.
Gosh, and the heat.
Yeah.
He didn't stop. I looked at his stats. He kept running the whole way, even up that hill. I don't think he stopped once.
Wow.
He was a little bit behind a French runner. So there was a French guy who got 3rd place.
I think I know about him. Yeah.
And 1st and 2nd place were Taiwanese. So kudos to Daniel, and also kudos to Greg and Kenny. Okay, so they ran their first marathon.
Oh yeah.
Sun Moon Lake. Yeah, and
kudos.
Yeah,
he finished the
course.
race.
Yeah, I told him.
Yeah, it's tough.
Well done for hanging in there, and 6.5 hours is a really long, grinding run.
Yeah, that's how long it took me to do the strawberry.
6.5. Was it?
Was it that much? Probably. I mean, I only ran the first 20, and then the last 6 miles I just had to walk it in. So that really crushed. That doubles your time of running is twice as fast as walking.
Yeah, it is.
So
it is. That's right.
Really, if you start walking, that's when your times go.
Yeah, it's like a 12-minute kilometer compared to a 6-minute kilometer.
But the time on your feet is grueling.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I felt it. I was having, not only did I have blisters, but my legs were starting to, they were starting to feel extremely fatigued at the end of the race, the last 4 or 5K.
But you recovered well, right?
I recovered well, and I went out for a walk the next day, or 2 days later. I went out for a walk, and then I did a bike ride yesterday.
Yeah, I think I saw that.
And I gradually started to do some short runs, like 30 minutes.
Anything you want to add about your marathon?
Yeah, I really admire Greg and Kenny for doing their first full at Sun Moon Lake, because it would be a marathon that I wouldn't want to do for my first marathon. Yeah, it was a toughie. It was really tough.
So for anybody who runs
if you're planning to do your first marathon, better not do the Sun Moon Lake as your first. I would say.
Do you have a recommendation for your first?
For us in central Taiwan, I would recommend Arshui. It's one of the flattest.
That's right.
Yeah.
But avoid the water if you want a better time.
Avoid the water, but it's one of the flattest marathons I've run.
That's right. And by the way, congratulations! This is your first marathon at your
60.
At your sexagenarian age.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good to do that on the first week after my birthday.
Congratulations on the finish.
Thank you.
I've been training with my pack.
I saw that. Okay, I saw that on your Strava. You were walking on your treadmill with the backpack.
I did that, and I also did stairs up to the 4th floor and back down.
Oh.
Yeah, many times.
With a weighted pack?
With a weighted pack, yeah.
Wow.
Not completely full. I didn't put my clothes in, and there was obviously no food. But I even put like water in there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, about half the water that I carry. The one day I actually wore my altitude mask.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just trying to, get in the groove. And I'm a little bit worried about my shoulder, but knock on wood, for those 2 times practicing with the pack, I was okay with the shoulder.
Okay.
Yeah, we're doing Jade in
less than 2 weeks.
Less than 2 weeks.
10 days, actually. 10 days. Yeah, I think I've told you this before. Jade is much easier than snow.
Oh, okay.
Much easier. Very little climbing. However, if we decide to do the West Peak, that is a pretty good climb. It's about an hour up.
Yeah.
But we can leave our big packs next to the
Somewhere.
trail.
Yeah.
And then we can just
People
take a
are
big pack.
pretty good about
not
stealing your crap, right?
No, I won't leave any valuables.
Changing any gear.
You mean since snow?
Yeah.
No, I'm just gonna bring more food.
More, but we're
More
having
food.
meals.
We're having meals, but I'm going to come with extra snacks.
Okay, extra snacks.
Because I'm not
Sure.
carrying a sleeping bag.
Right,
okay?
because
And
we're
I'm-
getting one for 300 NT.
Right. And we're
Okay.
not carrying any dinner or lunch.
Yeah.
So that means I can bring a lot of trail snacks, like good old
Big bag of
raisins and
pork.
peanuts, energy bars,
Yeah.
chocolate, cookies.
Do you still have any goos left?
I do, but I think I will save them for my races
Okay.
because I have another race coming up in December.
What's that?
It's a marathon and it's going to take place in Miaoli,
Okay.
next to the ocean.
Ooh.
I'm looking forward to that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get an update
Yeah.
on that one too.
Mm.
Yeah. So this is kind of like your Jade Mountain climb is part of your training.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
a month out
Yeah.
from my marathon.
Yeah, December is really
Yeah,
coming
it's
up.
right around the corner. So my run is on December 11th, which
Yeah.
is 4 weeks from next Sunday.
Good
Yeah.
luck. Yeah.
Thank you.
I gave you hats, and you did not wear that in the marathon because.
Well, I was wearing it for some of my classes, and
Oh, good.
I found the Angry Bird hat was scratchy. It was
it's
making
kinda like
my
wool or something.
yeah. It was even just sitting in my classroom with that on. My head started to get hot,
Okay.
and I thought,
Did
well,
you become an angry bird?
yeah, for a couple of my students, I wore it, but they didn't see.
Well, at least you had a costume for Halloween then.
Yeah. Nothing like you though. You went whole hog with that chef uniform.
Ratatouille is an animated movie.
Yeah,
Where
yes,
do you
very
know about
famous.
it?
I know it. It's a mouse.
Yeah, the mouse like moves the chef's hands to cook.
I forgot the movie.
Something.
I don't think I watched
I haven't seen it, but
Yeah.
the staff, as soon as I went in as a cook, they said you need a mouse on your head. And so somebody quit thinking, they typed in, they tried to find that mouse,
Okay.
Xiaomi in Chinese, and they printed it out, and I covered it with pastel.
Oh, I saw the picture.
And then Kitty double side taped it to the top.
to the top.
Yeah, it looked pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was Shaolin in the movie, whoever that is. If you watched Ratatouille, am I saying that right?
Ratatouille.
Ratatouille.
Yeah. It's a dish. I think
Yeah.
it's a French. Is it French or
You should
Italian?
know. You know more French than I do.
Ratatouille. Maybe it's French.
Even though we're past the holiday, we can still have some holiday fun.
The Halloween.
We have a song we're gonna attempt.
The Monster Mash.
Boom, ba, ba, boom, ba.
I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. For my monster from this lab began to rise, and suddenly, to my
He
surprise,
did the mash,
he did the Monster Mash.
the monster mash.
It was a graveyard
He
smash.
did the mash,
It caught on in a
he
flash.
did the mash.
He did the Monster Mash from my laboratory in the Castle East to the master bedroom where the vampires feast. The ghouls came from their humble abodes to catch a jolt from my electrodes.
They did the mash,
He did the Monster
the
Mash.
monster mash.
It was a graveyard
He did
smash.
the mash,
It caught on in a
he
flash.
did the mash.
He did the Monster Mash. The zombies were having fun. The party had just begun. The guests included Wolfman, Dracula, and his son. Lee was rocking, all were digging the sounds. Igor on chains, backed by his baying hounds. The coffin bangers were about to arrive with their vocal group, the Crypt Kicker 5.
They played the mash,
They played the Monster Mash.
the monster mash.
It was a graveyard
They
smash.
played the mash,
It caught on in a
they
flash.
played the mash.
They played the Monster Mash. Out from his coffin, Drax's voice did ring.
Wow.
derelict and shook his fist and said, whatever happened to my Transylvanian twist?
Now it's the mash.
It's now the monster mash.
The monster mash.
And it's a graveyard
The
smash.
monster mash.
It caught on in a flash.
It's now the mash.
It's now the monster mash.
Wow.
Now everything's cool. Jack's a part of the band. And my monster mash is the hit of the land. For you, the living, this mash was meant to. When you get to my door, tell them Boris sent you.
Then you can mash.
Then you can monster mash.
The monster mash.
Do my graveyard smash.
Then you can mash.
You'll catch on in a flash.
You can mash.
Then you can monster mash.
Wow. Wow, wow. Wow, wow. Wow, wow.
That's a cut.
Whatever. Runner's Garden.
Signing off.